welcome. This is the Bladehell Q&A. I'm Blade. This was something that I decided to do for people suggested doing it because recently hit over 1,000 followers on Twitter, which is a little weird for me. I've never really been that active on Twitter until now, so this is kind of weird. And so I said, hey, get to know each other a little bit here, and decided to do a little Q&A with everybody that's following me and wants to know a little bit more about me, instead of just trolling me on trolling Jerome rather on the servers, and Pete and Vic and everybody else. So Tweeting Cat says, when and how did you meet Ben, Jerome, and others? I've met Jerome at PAX 2016. It was actually the first time I ever met him. However, I've obviously talked to him and over Skype and things of that nature for other projects and whatnot, but actually meeting him was actually first time over at PAX 2016. I've been working, if you know Ronum or JP, he's a coder. I've been working with him for 3 years now, and he's actually the one that's helped to introduce me to a lot of the different people that I've gotten to work with now that do YouTube. So, just one of those ones where they ask for stuff to get done, I get it done, so it works. As far as Ben, I've never actually met him, but I know this is a question that a lot of people have asked, actually, which will lead into that, as far as when have I met any of the pack members to include Jerome. I've actually met, I think, almost everybody except for Preston. Again, that being at PAX 2016. I've worked with them all, more or less, in the Pixelmon Island SMP, the past Pixelmon Island servers. I worked with Lachlan on Pokeballers for the last 3 years, now working with Jerome on PokeLV. I've worked with Mitch and Jerome since they recorded on Siege World, so I got to talk to them a lot for that. Just back and forth, different servers, different projects, getting their forums, getting their community and their staff set up, helping to run it, things of that nature. It all pretty much just started first meeting Lachlan, working again with Ronum, and then just kind of blew up from there and meeting everybody. So when I asked, your name is just characters, so I can't say your name. Says, why did you pick the name Bladehell? I don't remember, honestly. I've had the name Bladehell now for, I was in high school, early high school, maybe middle school. We're looking at good 20 some odd years I've had the name Bladehell. Honestly, I don't remember. It's just a name I did. I know there was something. My brother had a name and I had a name, but we had to share an account, and so we mixed them together to be Bladehell. But I don't actually remember what the original name was. I don't. It was so long ago. But just ever since, I just kept it. It's just been my thing. It's got a meaning. Just was so long ago, I don't remember. Ryan Boeck, he asked, what do you do for a living to earn money? This. Funny enough. Like I said, it got to be a thing. I joined Pokeballers, server that Lachlan ran up, 3 years ago. I joined his community, joined his staff. Lachlan really liked me. I got worked on and offered me a position to work for him, to be paid, and it's just grown. And so it's grown to the point that now I can do this and make a living for it, so it's one of those ones where anything can happen. I didn't plan for it to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen. When it did, it just did. Beforehand, I was, before I met Lachlan and joined Pokeballers, I was actually in the military, the Army, and military intelligence for 5 years. Got out, and a year later of just doing whatever I could, Joined a server, and this all happened. Now here I am. So you never know. So long as you're consistent and you're good at what you do and you love what you do, so you have a drive to want to do it, you can make something out of it. I mean, ask any YouTuber. That's what they do. They love to do what they do, and they make something of it. They put the effort into it, and all of a sudden, it's their job. So it's kind of the same thing that happened here. Potato asks, will Siege World ever be up again? For those of you who don't know, Siege World is another server that I've worked on. Yes. As everybody who plays on that knows, it's waiting on a pretty decent update to come out that'll kind of change a bit how the server works. However, there's only one developer still working on it. We had two, now we have one. Unfortunately, because of that, it's a really, really big update. It's a really big change to the way it works. I'm not going to get into what those changes are, but it is a big change, and it's a lot of work. Damien Garcia says, can you steal Porygon Z and fill box 4 with Porygons? Can I just say, I love how much of a meme Porygon Z has become. It is honestly the best thing ever. It is hilarious. To answer your question, yes and no. I can obviously steal Porygon Z whenever I want. To fill up his box 4s with Porygons, that's a little bit different. Those that don't know, to give a Pokemon, simple command, Pokegive, right? Gives the person the Pokemon. However, you cannot exactly designate where the Pokemon goes. I can obviously check to make sure, okay, Jerome's party is full. Therefore, it's going to go into his PC. It goes to his next available slot, right? I can't say, okay, go to box 4, just fill his box 4, so then we all tell him, okay, go look in box 4. I can just keep giving him Porygon Z's until it happens to go in box 4 and completely fills Porygon 4, fills box 4, but not as easy to control. That'd be hilarious. Might be something to do. I don't know, we'll see. Haven't gotten around to doing that yet, but I'd say you guys are awesome. I love the Porygon Z stuff. It's great. Tails Power, and I know this was one I saw other people asking as well, asks, what are you normally doing when you're not on Pokeballers? Basically asking, what do you do when you're not working on the server? Like, what do you do on your spare time? Someone's gonna have to remind me what spare time is. I've not had spare time in a long time, no. Generally, if I'm not at my computer working, doing server stuff, I'll be hanging out with my kid. I have a 5-year-old son, my wife, hanging out with her. Try to do that during the day as much as I can. Obviously, that doesn't cut into making sure that stuff for the servers get done. But, because that is the thing. Doing this, working on the servers and everything, is 24/7. Always got to remember that. That's 24/7. So I got to be available whenever I need to be available. So I do try to, if I'm not around, generally I'm either passed out or I'm hanging out with my family. I have not actually played a real game in a long time. The last one I played was the Deus Ex game that came out. I cannot remember the one that came up after that, or before that. I'm looking forward to Mafia 3, Watch Dogs 2, Dishonored 2, and Final Fantasy 15. 4 games that are going to be coming out in the next 2 months that, if you don't see them on the servers, that's why. But no, I don't know what spare time is anymore. I don't know what that means, so I can't really answer that. Davis Coda asks, how did you get into Pixelmon? Well, growing up, I played on the original brick, Game Boys. I played Pokemon Red and Blue. I played Yellow. I was a very big fan of Pokemon growing up as a kid, 20 some odd years ago. When I was actually watching a video of XRPM, Ryan's stuff, where he happened to mention Pixelmon as a mod, as a possible thing that he might do in a video. That led me like, oh, Minecraft. I played that in like the alpha, the beta, and now they're having a Pokemon thing into that. Like, that's cool. that sounds cool. I need to find this, figure this out. That's when I, Google, search on the internet, and I came across Lachlan's server, Pokeballers. The idea of just having it be a multiplayer Pokemon experience in Minecraft, that just sounded cool to me. Like, that was my childhood. That was something that I wanted to look into more of. That was really cool. Join the server. I mean, that's really all it took. Like, Pokemon was my childhood. As soon as I heard that Pixelmon was a thing, I jumped on that. A lot of people have been asking about when did you want to start YouTube? What made you want to start up YouTube? YouTube is not actually something I do at the moment. I want to. It'd be really cool. It's something I'm working on this channel that you're watching this video on with my best buddy Vale. He's the one that's doing a lot of the normal videos. I do the editing side. Again, that leads back to the other question of free time, spare time. If I had any spare time, it'd be making these videos. It's not something at the moment. I'm trying to work to have more time to do it with, and when I can, and especially if it's well received and you guys want to see me doing stuff, I may not necessarily do Minecraft content, but I'll definitely do other games, regular games, PC, PlayStation, Xbox, those types of games. If that's something people want to see, and I can try to work on setting aside specific times to do that. At the moment, I'm just so busy that is not the easiest thing for me to do. So with most of the content on here I'm editing, I am a part of this channel, but it's Vale that is doing the recordings, and he's also the builder of a lot of stuff that you'll see on any of the servers that I work on, really, whether it be Pokeballers, Siege World, PokeLB, a lot of the SMP island server. He built all of those, the huge Charizard and all the shrines, the gyms. He built all of that. So make sure to give him some love too. Alright, so that's pretty much all the major questions. There's a lot of repeats, obviously, from people, and some that are not really. Yeah, we won't repeat some of them, to say that. But no, I mean, I'm more than happy to. This is something I would actually love to do more of. For if you guys have questions of me, and we can get a good amount of questions asked for me to then just address in a video, whether it be about specific servers, Pokeballers, PokeLB, whatever, the Island SMP server, future servers like may come out, or you guys would want to see that I can bring up to other YouTubers, maybe. As well as just personal things, like if you want to know, I have an issue with this server, or I'm having this bug, I need more information, obviously. Like if you have a crash that you can put into a paste bin, send it my way, or things of that nature. I want to be able to interact with you guys more, obviously, because with all the servers and all the content that gets put out, we want it to be not necessarily what the YouTubers or myself think is good, but what you guys want to enjoy. So please keep these questions coming. Let me know. And I guess that's it. So see you guys on the server. Bye.